Hey guys, it's Nate, aka the Foot Accountant. Welcome back to the channel. On a day where we had a 4 million coin Player of the Month Mbappe SBC released, there was another Player of the Month SBC we were looking forward to seeing, but now it's not happening. And that means more people just have to buy her card off of the market instead. But that's just the tip of the iceberg after a wild Cornerstones Team 2 drop yesterday. Guys, the market was especially wild. We had a huge Friday night bubble where player prices went up like crazy. It was a great opportunity to sell and make some coins, but then FUT Champs rewards started to hit the market, and player prices since then have started dropping like crazy. Are these rewards juiced? Is it the pack weight, or is it just because it's the first rewards of the year, bringing some of the first 83, 84 times 10 packs, bringing supply to the market? We're going to talk about that today, and are prices going to rebound at all today on Saturday? I think they are. My coin total is proof of that. Now, let's talk about that and other content we're going to be seeing today on Saturday. If you guys are excited for the video, drop a thumbs up on it, hype the video, and subscribe if you are new. Let's start by looking at yesterday's content on Friday. In objectives first, all we had was a player here with the name of Oscar Trejo. And if you want to use this card, my advice to you would be put him into the evolution that dropped yesterday, because he gets up to above 80 pace and a little bit more of a stat boost there. It's not a bad item, especially for a gauntlet squad, and you get 500 SP for completing this objective as well. Only have to do 4 of the 5 there. But what I want to mention here in objectives is objectives are wrong again and broken again on the manager side of things and the player career side of things, because they did not refresh again yesterday after the content drop as they should have. And this is kind of keeping us behind on SP for this season, because these are supposed to be refreshing each and every week. I did these manager career objectives literally during early access, and this is 2 Fridays in a row that they have not refreshed. Now, the weekly play objective refreshed. That's important to note. But those SP player career, manager career, I think even the club's objectives have not reset as well. That's pretty crazy. That's another problem with objectives so far this year. The problems just keep stacking up. Now, let's keep it moving by going to evolutions, where we had a free Evo and a paid one yesterday. The free Evo is the Cam upgrade. It puts Classic 10 Plus onto a max 82 overall center attacking mid. Not bad. It's repeatable twice. We take those. Now, the other Evo is the leaked one that we were looking forward to. It's okay. It's, again, Evos just don't hit different so far this year. There hasn't been any evolutions that have been like, wow, OMG, that's a sick upgrade. Again, that's how EA said they were going to be, but it just feels different, right? The 8th King of Rome, named after Totti, takes a striker, gives them cam position as the leak said it would, gives a passing boost, a bit of a shooting and a dribbling and physical boost as well, and pace, to be fair. The thing I don't really love about this is it gives inventive playstyle, which I don't find that to be the most useful. I would have loved Tiki Taka, Incisive, or long ball for sure. I was excited to put my Sam Surge into this. I really like this card, but +1 shooting and +4 pass and +1 dribble, I don't even know if that really does it for me. He's not a player I'm going to use as a cam. I don't want the inventive playstyle on him. Now, there are some good cards that come out of this, though. If you take a look at FUTBIN Evos, you see Matheus Cunha. He's by far the #1 player that people are putting into this evolution. His card hasn't gone up much in price, but if you want to use Matheus Cunha, that's an Evo I would for sure do. Gives him the inventive and then gives him a nice pace boost and a passing boost that makes him a whole lot more usable there. So that's a nice one. There's the Trejo card from objectives, and there's probably a couple other ones that are good. This Trossard looks pretty decent right there. So, you know, if there's a player that looks good for you, 20,000 coins, it is a decent stat boost. I don't even know if I'm going to do this one. It might just be one that falls by the wayside. Now, the covered athlete Evo is still one that I'm interested in doing. A lot of people did Matheus Cunha in that one too, but it is expiring today at content. This is something we're going to have to start worrying about, is when Evos are expiring. We waited on these last week, right? Because we were like, oh, there's nothing out that really looks that great. Well, now if you want to get this one done, you got to decide before the content dropped today on Saturday. I figured I'd just shout that out because I skipped it so far, and I kind of want to put somebody into that one. Now, the best part of content yesterday and Friday was in the SBCs, guys, and it's all because of the affordable, not Kylian Mbappe Player of the Month, but David Hansko, Atletico Madrid center back SBC. Guys, this card looks great. They kept his anticipate long ball and jockey playstyles. I think they added slide tackle, and he has precision header as well. He's cheap. He's got Defender Plus, which is great, and people say that he's really good in game. A lot of people are doing this SBC. Considering it's only 284 squads, an 83 and an 81, you do need 2 Team of the Weeks. The price here is only 62,000 coins, which is completable for most of our clubs with 84 rated and below, and it's 85% upvoted. And here's how you can tell that the market and the people are doing this SBC. The market for center backs is cooked. Eder Militao from 59,000 coins. 2 hours after content, he was down to 48,000 coins. You take a look at players like Rudiger, Konate, a lot of your middle budget center backs dropped a lot in price because of this Hansko card. And of course, the Atletico Madrid links rose, like Llorente, Julian Alvarez. In that Friday night bubble, they went even higher as well. So that was very nice if you invested in those cards. Created a great opportunity to sell. What a great SBC. I'm getting this one done 100%. He may not go into my main team, but he's absolutely going to be in the club and used in Gauntlet in the future. I think he's main team worthy, though. I have a problem with links myself right now in terms of untradeable cards for Atletico Madrid players. Now, let's talk about Kylian Mbappe Player of the Month. This was the crazy SBC, man. It is October 3rd, and we had a 4 million coin SBC that was released on this game. Now, I know 24 squads, 9 of them being 89 rated squads. This is not for all of us. This is for the whales of the game, if you will, the top 1%, maybe even less than that. But there are people doing this SBC exactly as we said there would be in yesterday's video, and you can tell by looking at the market in terms of fodder player prices. There were some insane player price movements yesterday on 89 rated informs and even 92 rated icons. First of all, take a look at Courtois, right? This guy's been around 50,000 coins since he has been in packs for the past couple of days. That's kind of where his price has been moving, right? Yesterday, since he's an 89 rated card, he's not a 21,000 coin 89 rated fodder card. He has value in game because he's good, right? He went all the way to 70K because there's no other 89 rated cards people would put into this. People were buying Courtois, Mariona, Kimmich, and Allison, and their cards exploded, all because of this Mbappe SBC. Rodri, he was very invested in as a fodder card. He went up a little bit right after this was released and then went down. And then cards like Harry Kane Inform. Look at this. This is the craziest one. 110K on a card who's usable in game because he has finesse plus and 93 shooting. He went all the way to 213,000 coins. My favorite trade from yesterday was I bought Angerer for 150K, sold her twice over 200,000 coins. As I mentioned, she's one of the only 92s, and I think people, we're going to put her into the SBC, and they did. Same thing with Prinz. She went from 150 up to 200,000. Absolutely insane price rises on the most random cards for fodder, not some of the ones that people were investing in. Now, speaking of fodder, it is down, as a lot of the market is down right now, which we're going to talk about. But with this Mbappe SBC here and more Player of the Month SBCs incoming that are going to be more expensive, probably Erling Haaland, right, is the big one there, you have more demand just in general. I think these fodder cards are going to have a little bit higher of a floor, if that makes sense, because you've got still the hero pack that is out that some people are going to be doing in the next couple of days before it expires. But also you have this Mbappe that, if you think about it this way, Mbappe is a 3 million coin card, his gold card. It's not that big of an upgrade. But you have a month to do this. Some people are going to start to chip away at it, and they're going to say, well, if I spend 1 million coins doing this SBC over the course of a couple of weeks, but I get it done, then I have an untradeable Mbappe card. Obviously, he's the best card in the game. He's 91 rated, most difficult to pack, most expensive gold card. Then you have an Mbappe card in your club that's probably usable until past Team of the Year, which is months and months away. I think some people are going to start doing this SBC because of that, and not just like the people who spam completed the SBC yesterday with their millions and millions of coins. I don't really think this is craftable for free. It'd be very, very hard. I don't think possible to get this done without spending a single coin, because you're going to have to buy the high rateds for sure. But that's going to help the prices of the higher rated fodder, 87s, 88s, and above, because you need so many of those to get this SBC done. So I'm not saying fodder is a buy right now. I think we maybe need to see a few more dips on it. Like seriously, 88 rated, they maxed at 12, or they maxed at 14,000 coins yesterday. They're at 12,000 coins right now. I would love to see these go back down to like 10. If these were 10, then I'd be like, yeah, that's a buy that we can probably put on our transfer list and hold for the Holland SBC or for the other next SBCs that could be coming out in the future. So that's kind of my thoughts on fodder at the moment. I think it will be investable again, but I don't just feel like the prices right now are good enough for me to jump right back in and put some of my coins into that. So that's the Mbappe SBC yesterday. Just wild. Absolutely just wild, man. Now, I want to take a look at the promo team of players that was dropped as well yesterday in packs. It is Cornerstones team number 2. And this team is clear of team 1, in my opinion, for a couple of reasons. The middle tier of players, like we've mentioned, is just a lot better. Adeyemi, Claudio Pina, Balde, I would call those middle tier, right? They're not a million coins like Ronaldo. How is Ronaldo the most expensive guy in this team? More expensive than Wirtz and Pina? It's crazy. I know it's Ronaldo. He got a big boost, but like, that's pretty wild to be completely honest. But like Trent didn't get center mid position. I think that's why he's a lot cheaper. Thuram looks like a beast. Joao Neves looks good as well. Adeyemi looks insane. Wirtz got his small upgrade, but it's a promo card for him. And you know, that's a card that a lot of people are excited about. But down here on the bench, Turland, insane striker for 11,000 coins. Akliush, usable for 11,000 coins. Same thing with Carlos Hill. Stiller is a really good looking card, guys. This card is going to get a lot of hype, I think. With his Tiki Taka Plus as a midfielder, he looks really good. He's only 30K, and this might be the best budget left back in the game. Like 88 pace, 87 physical on a left back. His play styles aren't the best, but bar Alphonso Davies, if you want somebody more physical in the Bundesliga, that's your guy. So it's a good team. It's a solid team of cards, and if you take a look at their prices right now, they are a lot cheaper, and that is because Foot Champs rewards. Let's start talking about the market, guys. And before we get to Foot Champs rewards, let's just talk about the Friday night bubble that we had yesterday. We had cards going bananas on the market because players were building teams for Weekend League. Take a look at this Rafinha. I shouted Rafinha yesterday on the stream. I said, guys, 380 is a good price for this card. He went all the way up to 440,000 coins after the content drop and after people started to see that, you know what, I got to build my Weekend League team. I got to go buy my cards. That was the Friday night bubble. This right here. Prices were down a little into content, not much. Boom, spiked all the way up to 440. Now look, he's back down to 380, 390 because of the Foot Champs rewards that are there. This happened on Icons. This happened on Heroes. This happened on Team 1 of the Cornerstone cards. My goodness, Team 1 of the Cornerstone cards exploded. Like Reinders right now is back down at 750. He was all the way above 820,000 coins. Like Oyarzabal went from 60K to 76K. Nico Williams up 100K. Bruno Williams is down now, or Bruno Fernandes is down now, but he went up to like 450 or 440 at least, I believe. Tillman is down, but he was up. There was a ton of buying. And if you take a look at some of the graphs, like even Lamine Yamal, he's 270 again. He was 320,000 coins. The prices on this bubble that happened almost every Friday night, but it was just kind of a shock, right? Because it was the first Friday night of the year. Even though we kind of figured and projected this would be happening, it's just crazy to see how much those prices went up. This is something that you can see every single Friday to some degree. There aren't always as big of price raises like this, depending on how the market is heading into things. But that was the Friday night bubble. It lasted for 2 to 3 hours, and then the rewards started hitting the market. And this is the first Foot Champs rewards of the year, and it does bring us some of our first big packs of the year, which is kind of why we're seeing these price drops that we are. But at the same time, it is a little surprising to see how much these prices are dropping. We got the first 83 by 10 untradables. We got 85 plus times 3 tradable packs. This is just for 10 wins. So we're getting tradable supply, and people are packing cards untradable that they have been using tradable cards like Marmouche, Ekitike, stuff like that. Openda maybe. Those are in those 83 times 10s and probably pretty common because they're 83 rated. But we're getting tradable supply on the higher rated cards, walkouts, and people are packing guaranteed promo cards. If you get, how many wins is it? Is it 7 wins? 8 wins. 8 wins and above gets you, sorry, one more time, 9 wins, which is what I'm aiming for. That's my goal. 9 wins and above gets you a guaranteed Cornerstones pack. Untradable, albeit, but it's a guaranteed promo card pack. And sure, you're going to pack a lot of these guys on the bottom, but it's max 87. Technically, you could pack Claudio Pina. You could pack Adeyemi, Neves, Thuram, and there's a lot of people that are playing FUT Champs to get these rewards right away, and a lot of people are opening these rewards for the first few hours after Champs went live. And all of that supply, plus people getting off the game for the night in Europe. I'm a little bit, of course, behind Europe since I'm in the USA, but I'm seeing it right now happen. It's dropping prices on the market a lot. And I will say this, I've seen a lot of people post their rewards. A couple of YouTube videos I watched really fast just to get a general idea of how these rewards are looking. And I've seen people post on Twitter. These rewards, man, people are packing some pretty big cards. And it has to be because these packs are the first packs that we've seen of this year that have this type of quality. We're talking about 83 by 10s, 84 by 10s. I think even rank 1 maybe gets like an 85 by 10 or something like that. I think that is partially why you're seeing the market drop as much as it is. Like, look at this cliff for Isak. He was 130K. Now he's 97,000 coins. Now, sub cards didn't go up yesterday. The lower tier, right? Davies, 14K down to 11,000. But if you take a look at a lot of these graphs, it's just red. Look at all the red here now. Salma P was 100,000 coins. There's Isak at 96. Alvarez was above 80. Llorente was above 80. Cole Palmer is 35K now back in packs. Even out of packs cards like Joao Neves, he is down and dropping. But here's the thing, guys. Today on Saturday, people are seeing all of these cards that they're packing. People are seeing these prices on the market, and it's Saturday of FUT Champs when most people, just thinking around, most people have time on Saturdays to play this game, right? This is a very popular day to play FUT Champs. You're going to have a lot more gameplay demand today. So people are going to wake up today on Saturday, see the market kind of in shambles and prices back down, and be like, oh, dip, like I got to go play FUT Champs because people are packing these cards. And I 100% agree with that. I think today is going to be a good morning for price rises on the market. I think that we're going to see some of the cards from Team 1, some of the cards from Team 2 of Cornerstones rebound back up. I think we're going to see gold cards rebound back up as well. I think as you're waking up today watching this video, looking at some of these prices, find some cards that are very popular, that are very meta, that are still down in value, that have dropped off a ton from where they were. Patrick Guerrero's 120,000 coins. That's pretty low. Pedri's 114. De Jong is 200. He was 240. Kvaratskhelia was 130,000 coins. Wow. Gyökeres is 130,000 coins right now. Like, I don't think Gyökeres is going to go back up to 177. I saw him there. Did he go higher? Yeah, he was 177K, and now he's 130. I don't think he's going to go all the way back up there. But could Gyökeres go from 130 to 150? That's very possible. Now, I think this is happening this morning, early on the day today on Saturday, because after content today, more rewards are going to get opened. The supply is going to add up, and kind of like we've just seen this late Friday night, early Saturday morning market kind of dip and crash with the rewards, I think you're going to see some price drops today on Saturday as well. So I would be very careful on the market once again today. I know this whole thing, we were hoping this year that player prices would be a lot more steady, a lot more, not stagnant, but just they would last longer. And the way that we're looking at the market again this year, it looks very similar to last year, where prices go up Friday night for a Friday night bubble. Prices are high there. It's actually, while everyone is playing, the best time to sell your team. And then after that, you have a decent drop on Friday. You have a little bit of a rise on Saturday, and people are waking up. They're playing champs. They got the motivation to get the rewards to go after the cards. And then Saturday night, you see the cards drop again. Sunday, a little bit of the same thing, up a little bit with squad battle rewards. And then sometimes the market just drops Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday until Thursday with rivals, and then it goes up again. So that's kind of like the normal weekly trend that we had last year, and it's kind of going the same way so far this year on the market right now. I think that's worth noting and talking about, because we're all like, oh yeah, everybody wants to buy their teams for FUT Champs for the weekend. But in all honesty, the later you wait to play your FUT Champs, if you wait until Sunday, you might be buying cards for cheaper than they were on Friday. Or maybe you had to buy your team on Wednesday to play on Friday, kind of like we did this week. So we'll just watch and see how the market moves. It does move different every single time. If you bought players for your team that you're seeing are back down to the price that you bought it at or lower, I would say play your champs. If you bought Gyökeres for 150K for your team or 160K, you bought him to use him, enjoy the card. Like, don't let the market actually dropping a bit, like, just destroy your enjoyment of using the card. Absolutely, go and use the cards that you bought for your team. Sell them when you're ready to sell them, when you're done with your games. And, the rewards that you make back should help you regain some of those coins and stuff like that. Now, the thing is, with rewards as well, one of the reasons I think the market on some players, icons, heroes, the out-of-packs players, can still move today and still the market's not going to just go absolutely in the bin is we, with these FUT Champs rewards, also have coin injection. You have a lot of coins being put into people's accounts. 25K for the 9-win rewards, I think I saw there, right? Plus whatever they make tradable back from those tradable packs, but more so just the coins being injected into people's accounts. That is going to push the market up in some areas as well. That puts more markets on, or puts more coins on the game and allows people to go and do more things, especially buy players. So I think the market's still going to be okay. It's just kind of like last night we had a big rise, and then this morning we have kind of a dip, but I do believe we can have into the day today a bit more of a rise back to normal areas before it probably dips again. But it's just a lot to pay attention to the market sometimes. But if you kind of go by that weekly timeline that I kind of mentioned there, that's kind of your normal fluctuations for the week in terms of prices on the broader spectrum. Now, let's talk about the news. We're finally getting to the news, guys. We were looking ahead to Claudia Pina Player of the Month. And, well, yesterday FutSheriff confirmed she is not our Liga F Player of the Month winner. This SBC is expected either on Monday or Tuesday, I believe, of this upcoming week, so just a couple days away. And since maybe it could be today, as early as today, we'll have to watch out for that. But with this leak, it's kind of making us wonder, why in the world did Claudia Pina get snubbed? Because that's how it feels. She got kind of robbed, or maybe it was rigged somehow because of this. Because, guys, remember the voting? This was the voting for the Liga F Player of the Month for September. Claudia Pina, 3 goals, no assist. Dabritz, 3 goals, no assist. Ezigere, 3 goals, no assist. Luani, who won, 2 goals, 1 assist. That's crazy. Like, usually the players with more goals have the highest chance to win. Even though it's the same number of contributions, goals have always been weighted more. In all of the years of looking at Player of the Month votings and guessing who was going to win, I had not even put a thought into Luani winning this reward, but she does. And that made me, of course, question, why did she win this? Now, I had to go to ChatGPT, actually, because EA doesn't tell us how these awards are given out. But a lot of people are like, Nate, Claudia Pina didn't get it because she's got a promo card. Well, no, actually, Claudia Pina getting a promo has nothing to do with her not getting the Player of the Month, because these awards are not just for EA. These are they're tied to real world leagues and not just to the game. So if Claudia Pina would actually have won the Player of the Month, she would have, you know, gotten an SBC, but she didn't. Somehow Luani has won. Now, the thing that is the really frustrating part is we don't know how these awards are chosen. And that's where it makes you think, right? Is there a little bit of rigging going on here? I actually messaged a guy at EA and I was like, okay, since right now we have a lot of Player of the Month talk, can we get some communication and some comunicado oficial on how these Player of the Month awards are actually voted and chosen on, even if it's not EA deciding or influencing them at all? Like, I believe the Premier League one, ChatGPT told me that the Premier League, the formula is often fan vote 10%, expert panel 90%. In the Bundesliga, it's fan votes, club captains, and experts with equal weighting. And I've heard this stuff before. That's common. But, like, that stuff is never really told, and we don't know what the percentages are for La Liga or for Liga F. So, like, if EA would say, that would be dope, and that would be super nice and nice to hear. But it's just frustrating because, you know, when you expect a player to win, there's a lot of hype specifically around Claudia Pina, and she doesn't win the award when it feels like she's worthy of the award. It's kind of frustrating, right? So her card yesterday upon this news went up a bit more. You know, not surprised. Right now she's about 50,000 coins and she's out of packs. This card has a lot of hype, and it's really, you kind of wonder, when's the hype going to run out? I don't think it's going to run out for a little while, maybe through the weekend, through this next week, but she's out of packs and a lot of people have invested in her. Realistically, this card should not be 50K. I get it. She's really good in game. There's a reason she is. There's a lot of hype with this, but we've already seen, and this is why I'm a little bit maybe, you know, kind of devil's advocate here to get this card sold at least sometime soon after you play your weekly or something, is we've already seen the hype story with, like, Dumornay, right? She went crazy during early access, all the way up over 100,000 coins. But then after that, it lasted what? It lasted a week. Look right here. Monday, she spiked. By next Tuesday, zoom, she was going down in the market and hasn't had quite the same hype since, to be completely honest. So if Claudia Pina is different, that's fine. She's got a promo card now that actually just rebounded up 150,000 coins in price. She was even under $1 million. She just rebounded like crazy. But that's a card that I think if you're using it and you're enjoying it, like, yeah, continue to enjoy the card. If you bought it for less than 30K, then you're absolutely chilling. But now your only way to use Pina is buy her or her card, and you know, you can't do the Player of the Month SBC. So that is a little bit unfortunate. And once again, I hope EA give us some insight into how these Player of the Month awards are awarded, and some news on that. Speaking of this Verts, that's why I keep looking him up. I just bought him for 915,000 coins. So I should have bought Claudia Pina because she went up more. She was 950K, I believe. And that was like all the coins that I had at the moment. And now she's 1.1. Verts looked more rare. Wait. Footbin's capping. She's 930. What the world is that? That must have been an old... Oh, I had to click on it. I was hovering over the card price. I didn't click on it. No, she's still 929. Okay, false alarm. We're good. Verts is going up. She's not going up yet. Maybe she will go to 1.1. But we're not getting a Claudia Pina Player of the Month. So like I mentioned, you're going to have to buy that card instead of getting an SBC for her. Now, let's end the video off today with Saturday content and what we're expecting. We've got a number of player SBCs that are leaked that do not look that great. Chardonnay is the first one here for, what is that? Stade Brestois. Gonna butcher that name because I'm not French, but that does not look like a great SBC. 85 rated Evander from the MLS. MLS cards I feel like are getting pushed a bit extra right now because their league is nearing the end of its season. He's leaked. We've got the Ben Rama Foundations SBC that is there as well. One of these is going to be coming today on Saturday, I would imagine. Other content that we would see today on Saturday would be a Flash Rush objective. We had that last week on the same day. Probably a Flash Rush event. So if you haven't got your weekly rush points done, watch out for that dropping. Usually those have double rush points. It's easier, quicker to get that full campaign objective done there. And last thing would be the weekly refresh now of the bronze and the silver SBCs. Those refresh on Sunday, so watch out for silver supply hitting the market because these are tradable once again. But I don't expect a lot of content on Sunday. Probably mostly a market content day with player prices hopefully going up in the morning and then down later in the day. So watch out for that. Good luck on your weekly rewards. If you pack anything sick, make sure to tweet me. Show me what you get. And because I'm seeing people get great stuff. So hopefully some of you guys get some great stuff as well. But that's the video for today. If you did enjoy, drop a thumbs up on it. Comment down below if you have any questions. And subscribe if you're new. It's been TheFutAccountant. See you guys later. Peace out.